Hello, my name is Tanita. I am the author of the book, The Power of Shut Up Grace. I just wanted to come to you very briefly just to kind of elaborate on a post that I made earlier on my Facebook, Author Tanita Smith page. Basically, I posed the question asking, how often do you pray? How often do you speak with the Father? Do you only pray when you're in trouble? I would like for a moment just to use the analogy of when a man and a woman, when they first meet and they're really liking each other, they're feeling each other, and they're starting to get to know each other. You know how when you met that person that you was like, he ain't like nobody else I've ever met, or she's like no other woman I've ever been with. You spend a lot of quality time with them. You spend time and hours on the phone with them from the time you go to bed, sometimes to sun up, you're on the phone talking to them, spending intimate time, getting to know them. And during that time that you're getting to know them, what happens is you start to build a trust and you start to build an intimate relationship. You start to become closer. Well, I believe that God is the same way. He wants us to spend quality time with Him. He wants us to make Him a priority. He wants us to put Him before everybody else and anything else, the job, material things, husband, wife, family, friends. He wants us to spend quality time on an intimate level, getting to know Him, just loving on Him. And how we do that is through our prayers. If you notice, my title is Pray or Be Defeated. If you do not have a strong prayer life in this season with everything that's going on, you will surely be defeated. The enemy will attack you on every level, and you will have nothing to stand on, no weapons of spiritual warfare to even fight back with if your prayer life is weak or is non existent. I challenge everyone to spend quality time with God on a daily basis. I'm not talking about a quickie. I'm not talking about just, thank you, Lord, or whatever. I'm talking about spend quality time. Make it a routine, a ritual, like how you go work out and you set days like I'm gonna work out on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And you start to do that on a regular basis, it becomes a routine and then it becomes a lifestyle. So when you don't do it, you don't even feel the same. You don't have the energy. Our prayer life is the same way. When you don't pray, you feel weak. I know I do. When I don't pray, I feel weak. I feel like Superman without his kryptonite because when I pray, I have strength. My faith is increased. My peace is there. My comfort. I mean, I feel the presence of God, and I know that in God's word, He said that He would never leave us nor forsake us. So I know that God has me, no matter what trouble comes, no matter when trials or tribulations come. I can rely on that strength that I've built up and that trust that I've built up with God to know that He's got me. And I'm talking about a type of personal relationship that it doesn't matter what somebody has told you, what you've heard, a personal relationship that you've actually experienced for yourself. So it doesn't matter what somebody else says or what they do because you know for yourself who God is in your life. In Exodus, the 20th chapter, verse 4 and 5, God talks to us about not idolizing ourselves or anything on this earth, on the earth or beneath the earth. And He talks to us and He tells us that He's a jealous God. It's just like in a relationship. If I'm married, so if my husband starts to put someone else before me or spending more time with someone else other than God, it's going to be a problem. And so you know how we have a jealousy that rises up because we want to be first, we want to be priority, or it's a problem. Somebody about to get checked. So it's the same thing with God. He's a jealous God. So the only person that comes before my husband is God. And my husband understands that because he knows that he has a praying wife. And so I encourage each of you to get that same relationship with God and have a prayer life that will take you so far because when trouble comes or when anger comes or a situation or some type of activating event comes that tries to knock you off your square, you won't be so easily shook because you will recognize that through your pain, through your trial, purpose is birthed. And that out of that, God will be glorified, and you will understand and know that there was a purpose for that. You may not know it or feel it or understand it at the time because it's uncomfortable. And so, but because you have that prayer life that you've developed and you have that trust and that intimacy with God, nothing will be able to knock you off your square. Lastly, I just want to say that if you only pray when you're in trouble, then you're in trouble. Again, if you only pray when you're in trouble, then you're in trouble. I encourage you, if you already have a prayer life, wonderful. Continue. God bless you. But if you don't have a prayer life, there is no time like today to begin to start to spend time with God. Get to know him on an intimate base. He loves us so much. He wants us to love on him. He wants to love on us. God bless you. Thanks for listening. Please share the video. Thanks.